Please be seated. Graduates, Board of Trustee members, administration, distinguished guests, staff, faculty, and friends, welcome to the 2017 August Commencement Ceremony for Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. For all of us here, this day represents the recognition and celebration of our academic accomplishments. We stand with you, proud of your accomplishments, and we know that through you, our graduates, we will implement the university's vision to enhance the quality, delivery, and efficacy of healthcare. This day is for you to celebrate the professional you have become as you embrace the university's vision. Ms. Haley Palmer will sing the national anthem, and this will be followed by the invocation delivered by Dr. Sandra Pennington, Executive Vice President of Institutional Effectiveness and Strategic Initiatives.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, as we gather on the edge of this milestone, bless these graduates. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, as we gather on the edge of this milestone, bless these graduates and center them with the peace that comes through work well done. May they feel gratitude for the constant support and love of their families. May they be thankful for the value of the lifelong friendships they have formed and that have formed them. May they feel blessed for their Rocky Mountain family who have challenged and inspired them to learn, to love, and to serve. May they grow with competent hands, empathetic hearts, and open minds to change practice and to change lives. And so, with family and friends and the RMU community who have gathered here to encourage and support these graduates, we welcome the guidance of you, our Heavenly Father, who makes all things possible. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Pennington and Ms. Palmer. I'm honored to introduce the president and co-founder of Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. He has worked a lifetime to create a university that is grounded in developing evidence-based practitioners, elevating clinical inquiry proficiency, ensuring educational quality, and nurturing student success. Our president is a role model, humanitarian, a healthcare education and practice advocate, a community servant, a visionary. I introduce to you our president and co-founder, Dr. Richard Nielsen.
Chairman of the board, Dr. Height, esteemed trustees, the Board of Trustees, Dr. Horacek, Dr. Danielson, valued program directors and faculty, administration and staff, honored Mayor John Curtis, dear friends and faculty members of, and also family members of these graduates. We welcome you here to the 2017 commencement exercises of Rocky Mountain University. I had an opportunity the other night of speaking at the inauguration dinner of the PA program, the first graduating class of Rocky Mountain University. And I had an opportunity to speak to the family members. It is because of you, family and friends, close associates of these graduates who are sitting here today, that they are here. You're the ones who strengthened their feeble knees. You're the ones who wiped their tears away and discouragement. You're the ones who kept giving them encouragement as they were pushing the ball down the field, so to speak, looking forward to this very, very day, this moment, that they seemed to think was so far way out in front of them too many times. So thank you for all that you have done. You made their dreams come true. Now, we all have favorite quotes. I have my favorite quote is one that I try to live by because it's something that gives me hope. And it's by the president of Liberia, and I know we have members of this graduating class from that continent. And I have evidence that I love that continent and those people. Liberia, West Africa. The president of Liberia said, if your dreams do not scare you, they're not big enough. The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. You did not have the capacity to sit where you are right now at this time when you started this program. But it was a dream for you to do that. And because of the people that stand and sit behind you, you sit here today as honored graduates of this university. I think you and all of us owe them a round of applause and appreciation. There's a poem that I came across that reminded me of you. I read this actually this morning, and I thought about you. It's by Edgar Albert Guest. Think of these words as I read this poem as it pertains to each of you as graduates. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he, with a chuckle, replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he had tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one has ever done it." But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled that thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you, one by one, the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle that thing that cannot be done, and you did it. All the adversities, all the challenges, all the trials, all the times that you had to send your family on and say, I have to stay here and study. Go ahead and go do your activities. You remember those days. All the hours that you spent studying. The thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours that brought you to this place. But this is not the end. Consider this only to be a wayside, if you will, a stop-off, a temporary stop-off, to get refreshed, because the biggest part of the journey lies ahead. As professionals, as healthcare providers, you will make a huge difference in the world. I quoted these statistics the other night at the PA activity, and the numbers have changed as of today. There are over 6 million patients in the United States right now that are being seen by our graduates at Rocky Mountain University. Over 25,000 patients a day. Whether it be occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech and language, health promotion and wellness, human and sports performance, orthopedic and sports, pediatric science, I could go on and on. Doctor of nursing practice, athletic training, and others. You, as these graduates, add another 750,000 potential patients that will be seen by you every single year in this country or wherever you end up, Nigeria perhaps. That's a lot. The journey has only begun. The biggest part of the journey lies ahead. Where do you go from here? You must keep focus on what you're doing. Says Marian Edelman, education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving in your community and the world better than you found it. You have a charge to do that. You have a charge to leave the community and the world better than you found it. As doctoral students, as doctoral graduates, as master's degree graduates. From John Wesley, he sums it up very simply by saying, do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. And finally, 600 years ago, Leonardo da Vinci said something that was very appropriate for these commencement exercises today. Looking ahead 600 years, he said to you as graduates, poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. We at Rocky Mountain University had a goal of providing you the learning opportunities so that you can surpass these masters who sit behind me. These faculty members who you have adored, who have you idolized. You will surpass them. Poor is the pupil who does not do that, says Leonardo da Vinci. That's your charge from this point forward. Go forward to effect change in your lives, in your personal lives, the way you live your lives, the way you conduct your lives in public or in private, with your families, with your neighbors, with your professional colleagues. Be that influence in the world that will unite others to a great cause. You have that power within you to do that. If you change, nothing changes. if you don't change. Your hands have been trained, your minds have been prepared, your hearts have been taught and filled. Your skills have been developed to allow you now to go and affect change. Sir Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give." And finally, from Mike Wickett, life does not happen to us. It happens from us. Your charge, graduates, is to go forth and affect change. Those 750,000 people that will cross your path every single year, you times that out by 40 years of career, that's 28 million people or more that will cross your paths as healthcare professionals, as PAs, whatever specialty you represent here today. In closing, let me just say, this is a very significant and historic occasion. The physician assistant program is graduating their first class today. 45 students. As I shared with them at the activity the other night, this was almost 10 years in the making. From the time that we initiated the first thoughts of doing a PA program to the culmination of that program today, it's been almost 10 years. You all represent that profession in a very, very awesome way. And I know Dr. Danielson, who sits behind me, is very, very pleased to represent you as the commencement speaker today. May God bless you. As you now go forth, serve. Think of ways that you can look out and touch those that will cross your paths. All the things I shared with the PA students the other night, do that. Touch the patients. Look into their eyes. Let them feel that you are their only hope for the future, because you may be. God bless you. Stay in touch. You're always going to be part of this RMU family. Thank you very much. Now, I'd like to mention something. I had a very interesting experience this morning as I was taking photos, and I had one of the graduates that I won't embarrass her, but her name is Linda Carson. Tell me about her 84-year-old mother who is here visiting with us today. Her name is Carol. And Carol, this commencement is for you. This commencement is for you and for everybody else who you represent in the way of family. I had an opportunity to meet Abigail, who is a graduate also from Nairobi, Kenya. And her mother flew over here, Emily, from Kenya to be here today. Emily, this graduation exercises and commencements is for you and everybody else that you represent who's traveled long distances to be here. Habari Asabui. It's my pleasure at this time, and I'm taking some presidential prerogative. This is not on the thing here. I'm sure I'm going to get some chastisement for not putting this on the program, but it was too late. It's a great, great honor for me to introduce someone that has become a very, very dear friend of mine, personally, and a very, very, very dear friend of this university. Mayor John Curtis sits over here on the stage. He and I crossed paths almost 8 years ago, right after he took helm in his first term as mayor of this great, wonderful city of Provo. I remember when we received word that we were getting accreditation back in February of 2011. Before I even shared this with anybody else at the university, I called Mayor Curtis and said, Mayor, you need to come over here to the university. I want you to be here when I make this announcement to the RMU employees. He dropped whatever he was doing and he came over. You'll see his face and his picture down in the foyer of the university. We put that up there. He has been a great influence in my life, and he has been a great influence in the lives of many of us here at Rocky Mountain University and on this university. We are holding these ceremonies today here in Provo, Utah because of that man. He has been an advocate. He has been our poster child. I've been in many things where he has spoken, where he's corrected the speaker when they talk of the two universities in Utah County, BYU and UVU. And he corrects them and says there are 3 accredited universities in Utah County, including Rocky Mountain University. Mayor Curtis has been a great advocate, not only in what we're doing, what we have been doing, but also in the things that are yet to happen, what I can't reveal at this particular time. But you will know what I'm talking about when you hear the news. Our future at this in this city is coming because of that man. And our future in this city is going to extend over decades, maybe even centuries. I introduce to you my friend, our advocate, and the great mayor of Provo City, Mayor John Curtis.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Provo, or as we like to say here, welcome home. I'm so pleased and honored to share this moment with all of you. As I look at you graduates, I'm reminded and thoughtful of so many things that are magnificent in Provo. You represent hard work, diligence, doing things others said couldn't be done, and I congratulate you. I also want to share with you just a brief perspective from behind the scenes of this tremendous university. Dr. Nelson is right. I've had a front row seat for the last 8 years to see what many would call a miracle. I want you to know when he talks about vision, when he talks about leadership, he's looking in the mirror of a reflection of himself. Somehow, 8 years ago, before accreditation, he saw this very room. He saw these graduates, and he saw all of you here, knowing that he could make this happen despite all odds. I've watched this university do exactly what you students have done, which is persevere, do hard things, and do things others said couldn't be done. And I'm here to tell you, when he says there's a bright future, most of us have no idea just how bright that is because he can see things other people can't see. And I promise you there will be a day where you will no longer fit in here. That will happen soon. He and I were joking before this started that the first graduation was in our library. You outgrew that and you moved to a tabernacle building that no longer exists, and you outgrew that, and now you're here. And I'm quite frankly worried about where we'll put you next. I just share with you my great appreciation for having an opportunity to be involved in this, even in a small degree from a distance. It's inspiring to me to see leaders who can look into the future, who can overcome hard things and do things that other people say can't be done to accomplish what we have today that has allowed you to have this opportunity. I will be forever an advocate, a friend, and a fighter for Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. Thank you very much.
I'm taking all kinds of presidential prerogatives here, okay? Mayor Curtis has very well represented this city for the last almost 8 years. He's ending his tenure as mayor in pursuit of a congressional seat that he's actually running for right now. So we're not going to have him any longer as the mayor, but he certainly will always be our advocate. We wanted to, on behalf of the university, present to the mayor a small gift of appreciation that I'm going to read what it says. In appreciation, Mayor John Curtis, in appreciation for your endless support of Rocky Mountain University and your leadership as a passionate advocate for our community. 2010 to 2017. This will be something that he'll be able to put on his desk, hopefully in Washington, who knows. But we love and appreciate you so much for all you've done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The mayor has another commitment, so he's going to have to leave. I apologize for that.
Our alumni speaker this year is Dr. Andrew Doyle. Dr. Doyle has spent the last 10 years at Indiana Wesleyan University as an associate athletic trainer, caring for tennis and basketball athletes. While at IWU, he was also an assistant professor instructing clinical didactic and online courses in the professional athletic training program. Recently, Dr. Doyle joined the University of Indianapolis Athletic Training Department as an assistant professor. Dr. Doyle has been a sought-after reviewer for multiple athletic training textbooks and journals, as well as a speaker at national and state athletic training symposiums. He has authored and co-authored approximately 10 articles ranging from clinical case reports to randomized control trials. In addition to authoring articles, Dr. Doyle has been involved with creating an evidence-based practice curriculum for the Athletic Training Board's certification. His research interests in sports performance and therapeutic modalities have generated close to $15,000 grant and scholarship funding. Dr. Doyle has been humbly awarded the Bobby Gunn Student Leader Award from the National Athletic Trainers Association and both the Top Scholar and Opportunity Scholarship from us, Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. I present Dr. Doyle.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm deeply humbled and appreciative of this opportunity to have to speak with you today. When I started my PhD work here at Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions several years ago, I had a mentor of mine tell me that I would have to start using PhD words. And at the time, I didn't quite understand what he was saying. But as time passed, I've begun to understand what he meant. You see, with the degree, there comes a vernacular all its own. Two of my favorite PhD words are robust and caveat. I'm sure you've had several of your professors use those in class, and you've probably even started using them yourself. However, at Rocky Mountain University Health Professions, I have learned about one word more than any other. And it may be surprising to you when I reveal that word, but that word is the F word. Yeah, you heard me correctly, the F word. Don't pull the plug on me yet. So when I got the call to speak with you today, the phone caller on the other end said, Andrew, you know, you're going to have a great opportunity if you take it. You know, I hope you choose yes. And I said, well, sure. But the first word that immediately came into my mind was the F word. In fact, I almost said, shut the front door, Dr. Martin. I know that's not the F word that you were expecting, but I want to share with you some F words that I've learned along my journey here at Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. So over the past week, I've compiled a top 10 list for you to take part in. So without further ado, I give you the top 10 F words learned at Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. Number 10, friendship. At RMU, peers and classmates become friends who you call at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time, or in my case, 1:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for support when things are not falling into place exactly as you planned on that project. They have never discriminated you based on race, ethnicity, creed, distance, or background. Those bonds are there to last. And I will cherish my newfound friends from RMU Number 9, fellowship. At RMU, sure, we have classes, and we have class with our professors, but how many of us can appreciate the times where we got to experience our professors outside of class, at our dinner, sharing about their families, their lives, their dreams, their hopes? The faculty here are so giving, and they're so patient and so student-centered. You know, us students, we can go on and on about how much we appreciate their efforts, investing in us day after day. You know, we even think about all those emails, those texts, and phone calls that we've had with them over the years to help us with those final projects. Number 8, family. At RMU, I've been part of a family of scholars who ask you only to come as you are and grow as great as you dare. I have a new family here at RMU, from the faculty to my cohort, all the way to the administration. And number 7, the faculty. I know I've touched on them already about their wonderful student-centeredness and helpfulness with us as students, but some educational centers like to boast about their faculty, studying this or researching that new best thing. But at RMU, the administration seeks out and recruits the best minds in the country to educate and inspire change in healthcare professions. Oh yeah, and by the way, they're premier researchers. They teach us their expertise. When I have conversations with colleagues about a certain study, I'm proud to say I had that author in class. They were my instructor. You can't say that everywhere. Number 6, failure. Over the years at RMU, I have embraced failure. I've come to realize that the scars of previous failures make you stronger, wiser, and provide opportunities for learning and eventually lead to success. Prior to my coursework at RMU, I had difficulty time understanding that failure is just another chance for success. I hope that's instilled in you as well. Number 5, fortitude. Achieving your educational goal at RMU is not easy. It takes desire, it takes sacrifice, and determination of both the mind and the heart. Those of us here today would not want it any other way. All of you here are part of a new club. The only way you get into this club is showing the true grit that each of you has. Number 4, favor. As healthcare providers, our goal is to find favor in our fellow man and woman. We are charged to care for them and serve them with the respect that they deserve. RMU has rejuvenated that spirit of service within me once again. Number 3, faithful. The mission of RMU is to educate current and future healthcare professionals for outcomes-oriented, evidence-based practice. The university demonstrates the mission fulfillment through the quality of its education and success of its students in academic programs that develop leaders skilled in clinical inquiry and prepared to affect healthcare change. I know you will all forever be faithful to the mission here at RMU, and your work will be fruitful if you stick to the mission. Number 2, flourish. I'll have to admit, before coming to RMU, I thought my career was at a dead end. Now, after attending this great university, I feel that I'm equipped to lead. I feel that I can flourish both as a professional and in my personal life than ever before. And now, the number 1 F word I learned while at RMU is, it's up to you. You fill in the blank. Take a few seconds to reflect on that 1 F word that you learned at Rocky Mountain University. Perhaps it's foundational. Maybe it's fortunate. Or maybe, just maybe, it's fearless. Thank you all for your listening. I appreciate you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Doyle. Ms. Haley Palmer will perform I Lived.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. And I hope when the water rises, you build a wall. I hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. And I hope when the moment comes, you choose to stay.
Each year with commencement planning, the university discusses the best person who would represent the mission and vision of Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions to address the graduating class. Today's commencement speaker has made a life commitment to the education of physician assistants to better health education overall. Dr. Randy Danielson is the Dean of the Arizona School of Health Sciences at A.T. Still University. Since graduating from the University of Utah Physician Assistant Program in 1974, Dr. Danielson has distinguished himself as a clinician, educator, author, and editor. He received his BS in Health Science from the University of Utah in 1978, his master's in PA Studies from the University of Nebraska with an emphasis on internal medicine in 1997, and his PhD in interdisciplinary arts and sciences from the Union Institute and University in 2003 with an emphasis on medical education. He retired after 28 years of service in the U.S. Air Force and Army National Guard with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. In 2012, he was honored by the University of Utah School of Medicine, Department of Family and Preventive Medicine, with the Patron of the Profession Award for unwavering dedication and service to the physician assistant profession. In May 2015, he received the Eugene A. Stead Award of Achievement by the American Academy of Physician Assistants. This is the Academy's most prestigious award, recognizing an individual for lifetime achievement that has had a broad and significant impact on the profession. He currently serves as PA Editor-in-Chief for Clinician Reviews, a peer-reviewed professional journal for both physician assistants and nurse practitioners. Dr. Danielson is also a senior consultant with the Academy of Academic Leadership and a proud member of the Rotary International. I present Dr. Randy Danielson.
Thank you. Good morning. President Nielsen, Dr. Horacek, Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, staff, family and friends, and most importantly, the 2017 graduates of Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. Graduates of the Doctor of Nursing Practice, Doctor of Science in Health Education, Health Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Occupational Therapy, Clinical Science Doctor of Speech Language Pathology, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Master of Science in Health Science, and the inaugural class of the Master in Physician Assistant Studies. It's an honor for me to share this day with you. Now, Gary Trudeau, an American cartoonist best known for his Doonesbury comic strip, said, "Commencement speeches were invented largely in the belief that graduates should never be released into the world until they have been properly sedated." With that in mind, I will keep my remarks to a minimum, I promise. The Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions class of 2017, like most graduating classes, are unique. You are 170 strong, 78% of you are women. The youngest graduate is 25 and the oldest is 62. You come from all walks of life and all points on the map. So as you are poised today on this joyous and transitional moment, I encourage you to imagine an image of yourself standing on the shoulders of giants. Sir Isaac Newton said, "We are like dwarfs standing on the shoulders of giants. We see more in things that are more distant than they did, not because our sight is superior or because we are taller than they, but because they raise us up and by their great stature add to ours." So whatever image this calls to mind for you, I want to briefly describe 3 important giants in your life. The first is that colleague or family member who was there for you. I'm talking about that person or persons who supported you throughout this educational experience. Let's give a round of applause to those colleagues and family members who have supported you so well. The second giant is well known to you. Some of them are seated behind me and perhaps seated behind you now. That is the person or persons who has equipped you in this next level of your education. Your faculty are giants who have given you the opportunity to stand on their shoulders. Let's give a round of applause to the faculty and staff members who've been there for you throughout your education. The third giant will be born in just a few minutes. That giant, ladies and gentlemen, is you. You now have the opportunity to take your advanced knowledge, your skills, your integrity, and your compassion and become a giant in your community. A giant so that others can stand on your shoulders, lean on you, rely on you, whether it be family members, friends, or future students. Give yourselves a round of applause for all your hard work. While you spent long, sometimes grueling hours mastering the skills of your new degree through multitudes of assignments, discussions, clinical experiences at all times of the day and night, what will make the difference in your success now is what comes from your heart. Class of 2017, despite the best educational preparation, I expect and actually hope you have some trepidation as you prepare to take your first real steps with your new degree in advanced knowledge. I encourage you to remember what that hesitation feels like and never lose sight of it. You must never become complacent. Healthcare is an ever-changing profession, and you must forever be a student for the sake of your patients, your clients, and your profession. The uncertainty I'm describing is normal, but I assure you that you have the ability to succeed, and the giants in your life are certain you will become some of the best educators, clinicians, therapists, and administrators, no matter what your career takes you. Today marks the beginning of your new identity. No matter what you choose to do, whether you see patients or take care of athletes, teach students, work in a research laboratory, hospital, community health, or draft health policy, attaining this advanced degree will forever remain a part of your central identity. Over time, it will likely become one of the most important parts of who you are. There will be, however, times in the future when you will wonder if you can resolve a problem or help the depressed and struggling patient, client, or colleague who comes to you for advice. It's like the woman who was on her way home one day, stopped to watch a Little League baseball game in a park near her home. As she sat down behind the bench on the first base line, she asked one of the boys what the score was. "We're behind 14-0, he answered with a smile. "Really," she said, "I have to say you don't look very discouraged." "Discouraged?" the boy asked with a puzzled look on his face. "Why should we be discouraged? We haven't even been up to bat yet." The degree you will receive today is a symbol of a commitment to promoting expectations of professionalism, humanism, and compassion. From this day forward, it is no longer exclusively or even most often about you. All of your experiences to this moment have placed you to be a giant for your patients, your clients, your colleagues, your profession. It is time for you to get up to bat. You must remain committed to maintaining lifelong learning, to putting the interests of your patients above your own, to striving to treat with the highest possible standards, to respecting the values, culture, and dignity of every person, and to working respectfully with other health professionals to ensure the best care. We in the health professions have a huge responsibility today and into the future. Our goal should be whole person health care to prevent injuries and disease at all costs. Please indulge me for a moment as I read a poem by Joseph Malins, circa 1895, entitled "The Ambulance Down in the Valley." "'Twas a dangerous cliff, as they freely confessed, though to walk near its crest was so pleasant. But over its terrible edge there had slipped a duke and full many a peasant. So the people said something would have to be done, but their projects did not at all tally. Some said, put a fence around the cliff, some an ambulance down in the valley. But the cry for the ambulance carried the day, for it spread through the neighboring city. A fence may be useful or not, it is true, but each heart became full of pity for those who slipped over the dangerous cliff, and the dwellers in highway and alley gave pounds and gave pence not to put up a fence, but an ambulance down in the valley. For the cliff is all right if you're careful, they said, and if folks even slip and are dropping, it isn't the slipping that hurts them so much as the shock down below when they're stopping. Then an old sage remarked, it's a marvel to me that people give far more attention to repairing results than to stopping the cause, when they'd much better aim at prevention. Let us stop at its source, all this mischief, cried he. Oh, he's a fanatic, the others rejoined. Dispense with the ambulance? Never. He'd dispense with all charities too if he could. No, no, we'll support them forever. Aren't we picking up folks just as fast as they fall? And shall this man dictate to us, shall he? Why should people of sense stop to put up a fence while the ambulance works in the valley? But the sensible few who are practical too will not bear with such nonsense much longer. They believe that prevention is better than cure, and their party will soon be the stronger. Encourage them then with your purse, voice, and pen, for the voice of true wisdom is calling. To rescue the fallen is good, but 'tis best to prevent other people from falling. Better put a strong fence round the top of the cliff than an ambulance down in the valley. So class of 2017, I hope you will take advantage of these challenging times to strengthen your moral compass by directing your energies and talents to doing good, not just doing well. That you will combine that knowledge and skills you've gained here at Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions with the courage of your convictions to be great, to speak for those in need or underserved, to advance science in the service of humanity, and to make sure you hand the next generation an even more innovative, responsive, curative, and preventive healthcare system than the one that was handed to you. But all of that is about tomorrow. Today is about you, your joy, your pride, your achievements, and your well-deserved celebration. I offer you all my best wishes for your success and happiness. And now for the two words that you've been waiting for. In conclusion, let me share with you a quote from one of my favorite professors, a giant in his own right, Theodore Giesel, also known as Dr. Seuss, who said, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose, you're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who decides where to go." Best wishes and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Danielson. The attire worn at academic ceremonies evolved from dress worn by clergy in the 12th and 13th centuries. American universities decided to adopt academic dress in 1895 and immediately established a code of regulations which today is followed by practically all American institutions. The establishment of this code has made it possible to distinguish the associate's, bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees, and at the same time recognize the university which has conferred the degree. The master's gown has oblong sleeves and is open at the wrist. The doctor's gown has bell-shaped sleeves and is worn open or closed. The majority of gowns are black. The hoods vary in length, 48 inches for the doctoral hood, 42 inches for the master's, and 36 inches for the bachelor's and associate's hoods. All hoods are lined in silk in the academic color or colors of the institution conferring the degree. If the institution has more than one color, the colors are shown in divisions using chevrons. The binding or edge of the doctoral and master's and bachelor's hoods are typically made out of velvet in the color designating the subject in which the degree was granted. The hooding ceremony, which we are about to begin, demonstrates a symbolic academic gesture. By placing the hood over students' heads, professors symbolically welcome them as fellow scholars. Today, our graduates will be hooded by their respective faculty and program directors.
Torres. Joshua Matthew Lesenby. Brett L. Lopez. Christina Marie Mishler. Yogesh Rajendra Kumar Patel. Watanabe Neves. Michael Young. Deborah E. Alston. Lorraine P. Brimhall. Michael Cheeseman. Tyson McBride. Annalise Prusy. Valerie Smith. Philip Vogler. Elizabeth Lauren Bueller. Kelsey Vogler. Jesse Galodner. Brian Greer. Bradley Hickman. Matthew Rose. Lauren E. Stanford. Brittany K. Taylor. Whitney Bates Hope. Jason Welby Jorgensen. Jeffrey McCleve. Stephanie Osborne Wilson. Sherry Casey. Cox. Carrie Davidson. David Monroe Bueller. Danelle Sobrowski. Jamie Allison Eataw. Thomas Giles. Jordan Lithgow. Whitney Amber Peterson. Madison Peterson. Stephen Pierce. Brad G. Dahl. Kathleen Mary Iwanowski. Carly Alexandra Grigg. Jacob Keith Hoffman. Jesse Michael Perkins. Jadon Trent Rogers. Gina Misitano Thurman. Carrie Suzanne Converse. Rebecca Bruton Delameter. Neha Tripathi. Courtney R. Middleton. Kate Reiter. Megan Marie Hellman. Christina Immergluck. Brandon F. Peterson. Linda E. Carson. I'm sorry? Maren A. Swenton. Carol Lee Dawkin. Abigail Lunzalo. Katie Lee Lodge. Ruchika Chandna. Erica V. Herrera. Evelyn Cortez. Katie Wong. Stacy S. Kaplan. Yeah, no, good. It's the German. Oh, hang on. Okay, go ahead. Deborah Ellen Riediger. James Wayne Wursel. Kathy Dell. Anna Jean Rinholen. Andrea Ray Harwood. Megan Jean Dooley. Amy Hahn Solomon. Elizabeth Ching. Julie Ann Estes. Florentina Gustai Müller-Planitz. Jennifer Lynn Castelli. Gwen Renee Morris. Allison Elaine Jones. Tanika S. Turner. Lori Yvette Cisneros Barker. Reethy Douglas. Sarah Patrice Latham. Maureen P. Butler. Denise S. Ham. Adetutu Alusholor Balogun. Alyssa Michelle Fagan. Susan Smith Straszewski. Ellen Marie Brady. Doa Tolis. Corey Stivenberg. Tracy R. Knudsen. Julie Hannon Perfect. Vincent Letty. Marisa Cantu. Courtney Grace Scott. Topazer L. Jordan. Melissa Hoy. Marina Magda Cologne. Pamela A. Story. Kelly LaRue Robinson. Adetutu A. Ogundare. Jody LeGray. Amanda Buchheit. Dorothy A. Townsend. Nelia Vanessa Garcia LaBoy. Dawn M. Stanley. Esther Ogechi Peter. Ivana Corinne Burkett. Ifioma Maureen Ukachukwu. Henrietta Obi Opala. Georgette Ibu. Jacqueline D. Alexander. Kelly Mason Walker. Tony Brown. Carly Jane Wells. Vivian Danita Jones. Kelsey Montgomery. Kendra Backman Solani. Oh, jeez. Kristen A. Shu. Michael Roy Dela Cruz de Jesus. Carlos Charlie Fuentes. Thomas Peterson. Nancy M.S. Beal. Beth Kinslow. Monica Ann Okubo. Jody Sandvik. Bethany Joy Ulrich. Leon Constantine Romero. Joshua Wadiga. Andrew Thomas Doyle. Eleonora Kramer. Misty Ann Sachs. Joseph Schaefer. Darren M. Smith. Lindsay Engel Stokes. Melinda Michelle Watts. Paula Boardman. Lori J. Guggens. Patricia Grace Farfaglia. Trevor Q. Smith. Mary Jean Taylor. Jennifer B. Wasserman. Michelle C. McDermott. Allison P. Smith.
President Nielsen, the candidates assembled here have met degree requirements and have been recommended for graduation by the program directors and academic administration and approved to graduate by the chair of the Board of Trustees. I ask that you officially confer their degrees.
It's not over yet. The most important part of this whole thing is that this degree is officially conferred on you. I'm going to take another presidential prerogative here before I do that. We are very proud of our faculty who make a difference in teaching you and bringing you to this point. Okay, he wants to stay there. Our faculty have reached great heights in their own academic pursuits. And one of the things that I just found out about just right before this meeting was in regards to one of our faculty members, Stacy Fenning. And I'm going to read just a real short blurb from Dr. Stephanie Richardson, who is the director of the graduate nursing programs that we have here at Rocky Mountain University. Dr. Fenning was recently inducted as a fellow into the Academy of the Association of the American Nurse Practitioners. Academy Fellowship is one of our highest honors and very, very difficult to achieve. This means that of our 16 faculty, 9 are fellows, 6 are fellows of the American Academy of Nurse Practitioners, 2 hold dual fellowship, both in the Academy of Nurse Practitioners as well as a fellow in the American Association of Nurses. And Dr. Richardson herself is also a fellow in the Association of Health Science Educators. Now, for all of you nurses and nurse graduates and nursing faculty behind me, you understand the significance of this. This percentage is unheard of. Most university-level nursing faculty have perhaps 10 to 15% fellows. We have over 50%. So kudos to the faculty and kudos to Dr. Fanning. Not that I want to prolong these services anymore, because I know you want to get out of here, but I think this is a very important part of this process. I'm going to ask Joel Kolflesh from the university to come up here and spend just a minute and tell you what the significance of these, you've seen these in some of the graduates and some of the faculty we have here. Joe is representing the veterans of the United States that are part of our organization. So Joe.
Thank you, President. I'll be brief and let you folks get with your families, your graduates. Congratulations. I don't know if you've noticed it today, but some individuals have been going through these proceedings wearing this cord, just as you see the President wearing here. This is to honor our veterans that have attended our university. President Nielsen, and with the support of the administration, have given me and my office permission to award these. Obviously, this is something that is really a small token of our appreciation for our veterans, but it is certainly well earned. And you know, it's interesting, I have to tell you a little bit about myself, but being a VA worker, I've had a chance to be with veterans all my life. I was born on an Air Force base. And you know, we have football heroes, we have other types of heroes, but my heroes have always been veterans. And I deem this a great honor to be able to put these around the necks of these individuals. And for those of you who see these people wearing these cords, please thank them for what they have done. The military is not an easy proposition. There's a lot of separation. Sometimes there's violence. And quite frankly, this is a special breed of people that do things like this. So as you see them, please thank them. I wish to personally thank them. For those of you who are here, graduates, all of you, not just the veterans, but all of you, I'm in awe of you, I really am, and I feel privileged to work with you, and I feel especially privileged to work with those veterans. And as you go forth in your lives, go out and succeed just as you have succeeded today. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. All right, should we get to the matter of business at hand here? Graduates, please stand. By the authority vested in me by the chair of the Board of Trustees of Rocky Mountain University, and by the authority vested in me by the great state of Utah, I confer upon you the Master of Science and doctoral degrees, and all the rights, responsibilities, powers, authority, and duty associated with those degrees and those two titles. I charge you to conduct your personal and professional behavior conducive with the respect, the dignity, and the honor that accompanies the title of doctor, the title of master's degree bearer, and as a graduate of Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. So let it be written. So let it be done. Congratulations.
The presentation for the Outstanding Alumnus Award will be awarded now instead of toward the end of the ceremony. Dr. Mike Skurja, Chief Operating Officer and Director of Continuing Education, will present the Outstanding Alumnus Award.
The Outstanding Alumna Award is one of the highest honors Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions graduate can receive for distinguished contributions to his or her profession and for service to the university or community at large. The recipient of the 2017 Outstanding Alumna Award is Dr. Rigel J. Alforque Tan. Dr. Tan, please join me at the podium. A 2011 graduate of our Doctor of Nursing practice, Dr. Tan is an advanced nurse practitioner, and he currently serves as an assistant professor, School of Nursing, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, the CEO of Eye Care Psychiatry in Las Vegas, and the president of the Nevada State Board of Nursing. I will now read some highlights of Dr. Tan's career and why he was selected for this award. A public servant, Dr. Tan founded a medical health nonprofit called the Goal Foundation, which raises awareness in decreasing social stigma attached to mental illness and provides outreach to communities about the biological and genetic component of mental health issues. He established a program accredited by the Nevada State Board of Nursing to help jobless Nevadans get back in the workforce as certified nursing assistants, whereby over 200 individuals have been able to rejoin the workforce. He developed the Nurse Appreciation Program of Nathan Adelson Hospice through a grant from MGM Mirage Foundation, and appointed as a member of the Nevada State Board of Nursing by Governor Sandoval in 2011. He currently serves as the board president. A few of his professional achievements have included publications in peer-reviewed international journals, regional and national podium presentations of various nursing-related topics. He successfully lobbied for a state bill which became active in 2011, allowing for anonymous practice for advanced practice nurses in Nevada. And he opened the first Filipino-American-owned psychiatric clinic in Las Vegas. Dr. Tan has received numerous awards in recognition for his many contributions and service, including the Achievement Award for Regulatory Excellence presented by the Nevada State Board of Nursing, the Southern Nevada Healthcare Hero Academics Award presented by the Nevada Business Magazine and Anthem Blue Cross, the Governor's Award for Citizen Achievement in Cebu City, Philippines, the 2016 Outstanding Alumna of Cebu Normal University, a senatorial recommendation for cultural promotion presented by Senator Harry Reid, the University of Nevada, Las Vegas School of Nursing, Excellence in Faculty Health Service, the Golden Pearl Award for Professional Achievement as a Registered Nurse given by the Filipino Heritage Foundation, and the 2003 Who's Who in America Teacher for Higher Education. Thank you, Dr. Tan, for your history of service and dedication to healthcare. The university is honored to present you with a plaque and a check for $500.
I ask that Dr. Thomas Caphart, the Doctor of Science Program Director and Associate Director of University Research, to come forward to present the Student Scholar Award.
Thank you. It's my privilege to first recognize the students whose scholarly posters were displayed in the lobby prior to this ceremony. We are very proud of the scholarly activities our students participate in and the projects they produce. These projects take from 6 months to several years to complete, and a tremendous amount of time and energy goes into completing them. This is the second year we have showcased the dissertation, capstone, and scholarly projects of our post-professional students. Each program director nominated 5 student projects to be displayed at commencement today. These posters represent some of the outstanding scholarship that Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions students undertake. I would request that these graduates please stand and be recognized. Thank you. I am also proud to be presenting the Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions Graduating Student Scholar Award. This award was established in 2016 to recognize exceptional work by graduating students as a way to encourage the highest level of scholarship, research, and writing. Each program had the opportunity to nominate 1 student for the university award. Quality and impact of the scholarship activities contain, but are not limited to, demonstrable influences on clinical practice and policies, economic and population effects, and disciplinary markers of excellence. Scholarly quality also includes innovation and creativity, particularly when revealed over time. I'm going to ask the award winner to come forward and accept the award, and the winner of the 2017 RMU OHP Graduating Student Scholar Award is Dr. Mary Jean Taylor. I would like to read some of the important characteristics of the scholarship as described by the nomination support letters that MJ provided as part of this nomination. The scholarship produced by this student will have a large impact on the understanding of physical fitness deficits of female adolescents who are overweight or obese. This new knowledge is already being implemented in community practice to improve the health outcomes of adolescents struggling with both socioeconomic and physical challenges of obesity in an appearance-obsessed culture. Congratulations, MJ.
Dr. Melissa Martin, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and Post-Professional Programs, will come forward to present both the Hartgraves Award for Excellence in Teaching and the Adjunct Faculty Member of the Year.
Thank you. Today is one of the most wonderful days of the year here at Rocky Mountain, where we take pride in not only honoring and celebrating the accomplishments of our graduates, but also honoring our 2017 recipient of the Hartgraves Award of Excellence in Teaching. This achievement is the highest honor an active faculty member can receive from our university. The recipient exemplifies the academic spirit and excellence of which we strive across all of our academic programs. However, before I announce this year's recipient, I would like to acknowledge the previous Hargraves recipients who are with us today. Please stand and be recognized. Dr. Jane Sweeney, Dr. Tom Caphart, Dr. Jeff Lau, Dr. Ken Simpson, and myself. In their nominating letter, an entire class of alumni describes this year's recipient. Personally, her genuine spirit and love of teaching inspires us. She continues to push us as former students in directions we never thought we would go, motivates each of us in different experiences and adventures. Some are motivated to present at capstones, their research at state and national conferences. Others she has stimulated to seek publication while offering mentoring through this process. And even other students in OTD Cohort 25, she's encouraged to take on leadership roles in a variety of settings. Dr. Sweetman inspires us to do better and give back to our profession and society. Beyond RMU, Dr. Sweetman uses her expertise and skills to educate others at the state and national levels. She has presented on a variety of leadership topics in South Carolina, Louisiana, and is a repeat presenter at the National AOTA. She currently serves as president of the South Carolina Occupational Therapy Association. Dr. Sweetman has natural people skills, which makes her approachable and diplomatic. She treats her students and colleagues with respect, whether in person or online. Her interpersonal skills are strong and recognized as one of her best qualities when teaching students difficult subjects. As noted by her students, she is genuine, smart, and funny in that Southern kind of humor way. Her commitment to her career is evident in the quality of students who have graduated from the Rocky Mountain OTD program. She continues to be a mentor to many alumni. Cohort 25 and others will be forever thankful in having Dr. Sweetman as their program director, instructor, and new colleague. This year's recipient consistently demonstrates the admirable characteristics of a learner-centered environment, evidence-based humanistic approach to learning, other-centered leadership, and is inspirational to those of whom she shares the learning community, which signifies excellence in teaching and learning and all highly valued traits of the Hargraves Award. Dr. Sweetman, I'm honored to present to you the Hargraves Award for Excellence in Teaching. The Adjunct Faculty Residential and Post-Professional Teaching Award is intended to recognize and publicly acknowledge adjunct faculty for their outstanding teaching at Rocky Mountain University. Recipients of the award will have demonstrated their excellence as educators. Rocky Mountain University was founded upon a contingency of adjunct faculty, the best of the best, clinicians and instructors from across the country. And today we continue to utilize over 100 adjunct faculty throughout our programs, both on-site, online, and in blended delivery formats. Today I'm pleased to announce our inaugural recipient of the Outstanding Adjunct Faculty Award. This person has been associated with the university since 1998 and has served in multiple capacities, including instructor, advisor, mentor, dissertation chair member, and program director. Her clinical expertise, scholarship, and passion for challenging students has resonated throughout her instructional patterns, behaviors, and associations with students, and fellow colleagues. In her nomination letter from students in the Doctorate of Science program, students noted, Dr. Lori Thine Brody's knowledge of evidence-based medicine and its application is the cornerstone of her teaching. She presents information in manners that are easy to understand and interpret, thus giving us the knowledge to apply and adapt information in our own individual settings. Her success is predicated on her interdisciplinary approach to disseminating information. Her expertise as a clinician, educator, and scholar adds to her already unquestionable credibility. Dr. Brody ingrains professional responsibility and ethical behavior in us as students and future scholars. She embraces us into the culture of the pursuit of scholarly endeavors, and she develops students to become clinical researchers and productive members of their respective disciplines. Emulating the value of the university, Dr. Brody is one of the most student-centered instructors with whom we've ever interacted. She's available whenever extra help is required, and her approach to grading is timely, appropriate, and fair. Her comments are always focused on our work with the foundation of being positively critical in the pursuit of helping us grow. Dr. Brody's fluid and relaxed teaching style empowers students to step out of their comfort zone and push their intellectual talents. This year's recipient has had multiple book authors. She's published over 50 manuscripts and has taken the stage for equal number of presentations at regional and national levels. I would like to please welcome Dr. Lori Thine Brody to the stage and celebrate our inaugural recipient of the RMU Outstanding Adjunct Faculty Award.
So sweet. Oh, I love you.
I ask that Ms. Lori Gordon, Student Services Manager, come forward to present the Richard P. Nielsen Student Service Award.
It is my honor and privilege to award the Richard P. Nielsen Student Service Award, which is the highest honor a Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions student receives for distinguished service to the university, community, and his or her profession. Nominations come from Rocky Mountain University of Health Profession constituents. The recipient of the Richard P. Nielsen Student Service Award is Jessie Galadner. Jessie, will you come join me on stage? I would like to share a few of the sentiments from his fellow classmates. Jessie has been known for never-ending service and also described as a dictionary definition of service. He set up numerous volunteer days as the service outreach coordinator for the PA-17 physician assistant students to engage in. Some examples of his service: through RAM, which is Remote Area Medical, he provided 2 days of free medical care to underserved patient populations in Pahrump, Nevada. Through the Habitat for Humanity, he set up a day of service that included painting local houses in St. George, Utah, while attending the annual conference for the Utah Association of Physician Assistants. For the Day of Dignity and Refugee Program, service occurred in the planning and implementation of health screenings for homeless, migrant, and underserved populations of Salt Lake City, Utah. Through the Volunteer Care Clinic, he provided primary care services to the underserved populations of Provo, Utah. He has likely participated in the volunteer clinic greater than 10 times, either as a student or a mentor to the PA-18 cohort. He also participated in the World of Difference service trip to Malawi, Africa in 2016. This was not his first time in service for Africa. He spent 2 years there with the Peace Corps in South Africa before becoming a physician assistant student at Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions. Jesse, on behalf of your fellow classmates and all the members here at Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions, we bestow upon you the Richard P. Nelson Award, which is the greatest honor and prestige a student at Rocky Mountain University can receive. Thank you for your...
Dr. Stephanie Richardson, Department Chair of Nursing, will present an honorary degree.
It is my pleasure to present an honorary degree to a former nursing student, Kathy E. Flazar. Kathy of Edwardsville, Illinois, passed away on January 4th, 2017. She had enrolled in our DNP Cohort 4, but was unable to complete her degree when serious illness intervened. Kathy was a nurse educator and was an intelligent, visionary, and dedicated nursing professional whose skill lay in the transfer of knowledge to her many nursing students. She was able to demonstrate, elaborate, and model her wealth of experience to a degree that you don't often find in nursing education. She esteemed her students and worked tirelessly to make sure that all of them understood not just the science of nursing, but the art as well. And her commitment to the profession of nursing affected many lives. She was a true patient advocate and a champion for patients experiencing chronic illness. Her work with the Association of Pain Management Nurses helped to encourage effective and evidence-based pain management for all, in spite of her own illness and personal challenges. Her warmth and sense of humor was legendary, and her many friends and her family tell us that her probable response to receiving this posthumous degree would have been a very warm and yet humorous thank you. Her friends and family were not able to come to Utah for this ceremony, but they are joining us via live streaming of the event, and they have said that on behalf of the friends and family of Kathy Flazar, we thank you for this honor and recognize it as an honor for this wonderful nurse, family member, and friend.
I stand before you in celebration of your academic accomplishments. Your dream of a master's or doctoral degree is recognized. Please note that each graduate is wearing a Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions pin, a gift from the university that further honors significant accomplishments we acknowledge today. The phrase that surrounds the caduceus of the pin is acknowledging or advancing knowledge, advancing healthcare, the university's statement of what we hope to achieve with our mission of evidence-based practice. As graduates, we challenge you to advance healthcare in your practice, one patient at a time. The receipt of the doctoral degree comes with that responsibility. I would like each of you to know that it has been truly our privilege for all of us at Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions to assist you in reaching this moment. Graduates, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2017 alumni of Rocky Mountain University of Health Professions who we have honored today. Will the audience please remain standing for the academic recessional and join us for a light reception?